Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall trail to the sun.
Welcome everybody to Group B. Again, Group B of the Golden Path International, sponsored by Unfuzzable Narrative. I am CJ, and today with me, I have no one. I am just by myself. But we have this awesome thing. If it works, not all seated players, selected leader. Oh, okay. The scoreboard. We have a scoreboard now, which is rad. And that's going to open in just a minute. Let's take a look at what we got in the Imperium row. We have Smuggler's Thopter. We have a Spice Trader. Very great card here. The voice, good stuff here. Worm Riders and a Firm Grip. Some track climbing. Some utility. Lots of shipping likely. We have a Shuttle Fleet. In tech, we have a Holtzman engine. We have a disposal facility. And we have a Helena in 4th position. That is a good Helena row. We have a Baron. We have a Romber. Archduke Armandi Kaz, Ilban. This looks like a good Ilban. Good Hundro too. Good Paul maybe. I like all of these right now for this this row. We have some card draw. We got track climbing. We got some payoff for the Spice Must Flow. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting. The disposal facility might be a big pickup for someone here. And yeah, so good luck to all the players. We have elessar, the champion of the very first tournament we ran here, or the very first tournament run in the community. We have Q32, Sailor, and Lannister. All of these players are very good. This is one of the groups of death you might already know. There are a couple of those, but this is one of those that every game has been a nail biter. And we're interested to see. I'm interested to see a Hundro in 2nd position, a Baron in 3rd, Helena, and who's going to be in 1st position, I wonder. Will we get an Ilban? Will we get a Romber? Will we get an Armand? A Yuna looks pretty spicy here. There's not a whole lot of payoff for Yuna, but this this here Firm Grip could be good. Really, it's just going to be up to the flavor of Sailor, what they choose to do here. So yeah, we'll see what they pick. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. This is, one of my 3rd or 4th casts since the tournament started. I haven't been around as much as I wanted to. I've just been extremely busy with personal life stuff, but trying to get back to it. And yeah, here we are. Long think here for Sailor. I don't blame him. This is not an easy choice. You go for Ilban hoping there's no, what do you call him? Leto. Looks like that's what's going to be picked. All right, so let's open the scoreboard here. Look at this wonderful thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Beautiful. And, yeah, we're just blessed to have this. Okay. I think I hit continue here, and so let them do that thing. Let them do their own. Okay, they got it. All right, cool. We're all good to go. Onward and outward we go. The Ilban in 1st position with a little clunky hand. Doesn't really want both of the access cards, but that's not too bad for Ilban. Ilban drawing all his access is fine. I'll probably redraw them quickly. I would like to see an Ilban play over to Wealth or to Smuggling. I mean, he's got both options open to him. It's his really, really good hand. Hundro is going to pick up a Machine Culture for the opening tech. This is a really strong tech benefiting card. Machine Culture, very, very good here. I might use it to snake one of these techs. We have Skirmish. This is a great, 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 great combat. One of the strongest combats, if not the best combat in the game for first round. We see Diplomacy 2. Oh, he's going to go Fold Space. I don't like it. But it's going to happen. Fold Space. Fold Space for Ilban. And we're going to see Water? No, we're going to go see Hardy Warriors. Send them the Hardy Warriors. They're all going in. And of course, we are watching to see what the Baron has. I have not looked at the the tokens. They are the same usual kind of fare, though I have been favoring Emperor in concert with the Spacing Guild lately. I find that a bit better. I don't really like the Fremen track that much with the Baron. A lot of people do, but I see a lot of people doubling up on Fremen and then not using Siege Tabor, and it's a total waste. Why are you doing it if not to go to Siege Tabor? And Helena's going to ring, and we'll see what they set aside here in a bit. This looks like a Carthag or an Arakeen. Trying to buy something. Oh, yeah, needs an extra persuasion. Is going to find it. And can also head up to the tech negotiations with that dagger, one of those daggers. Probably throw 2 in here. Yeah, you want that second place, right? Don't you? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's going to set aside firm grip. Oh, we see a negotiated withdrawal. Wow, this row. This is what you want to see if you're a track climber. This is what you want to see if you're Elbon, if you're a Hundro, if you're Baron. All of these characters are capable of climbing the faction tracks really fast. So, pretty interesting. Yeah, so there we go. Back to Ilban. Ilban's got to have to make a decision here, and I think the decision has to be wealth. You really want to hit wealth. You could always use your ring and try to get into combat. Does that seem very good here? It's always bad trying to get into combat if you're the first player. If you didn't hit Hardy Warriors, it's almost impossible to win it. And it would be impossible. There is no way for Ilban to make up the difference here. So maybe it's a tech negotiation play. I don't know if I like this either. But setting up for some of the big, expensive techs here. You know, I probably would have just gone to still suits if this was going to be the play. Overall, you'd probably be getting about, on average, 2 extra spice by just getting an extra water in about 2 turns. And you could probably hit up tech negotiation next turn. We'll see. We saw Hundro head over to Secrets, and early Secrets. Getting a 2 the victor. Wow, that is a good pickup. Oh, because he knew. Of course, he's Hundro. He knew exactly what was there. Makes sense, makes sense. What a play. I love it. Just showboating. We got some wealth for the Baron. And Helena is going to... Let me zoom in just a little bit. We actually don't need to see their tracks anymore because we have this wonderful overlay. 3 to buy for Ilban. 4 to buy, actually. 4 to buy, pardon me. Picks up a negotiated withdrawal. Very, very good. Not sad at all to see that, I'm sure. Hundro with a buy of 3. Wow, might pick up this voice and yeah, Bene combo here. There's another voice. He's just gonna pick up the single voice. He's not getting greedy. He could have gotten voice and missionaria, but now I think we're gonna see voice missionaria for 4 persuasion. Or do you just go straight for Spice Trader? Spice Trader, I mean, you're sitting on that Fremen alliance, or that Fremen token, so Spice Trader's easy to satisfy, easy spice. Looks like, thinking about it, elessar really kind of pondering this one. I think that's a good choice. Reveals Test of Humanity. Test of Humanity is pretty nuts. Now does Helena go and pick up that firm grip? They do. Okay. That makes sense. We're going to see 2 the victor from Hundro, and that is a very, very good round 1 for Hundro. Wow. Round 2 is going to get him to Interstellar. It's already got 4 spice. It's like 1 spice away from getting one of these 6-cost techs. So, kind of insane. Looks like a good hand, too. The next combat is Desert Power. Desert Power, everybody. You need the desert to get the power. And here is a smuggling, just a smuggling for Hundro, but we have that ring, of course, coming up. And very likely, I wonder what he's going to do here. This might be a ring to tech negotiation Or would this be a ring to hog a basin, get spice, then cash in this machine culture? I wonder what's going to happen. Baron flips their tokens. Master Stroke, of course. A very usual kind of play for the Baron. That's why Baron's so good in second and third position. You can almost guarantee that you're going to get it in 3 turns. And yeah, that seems pretty good. Helena is sitting on 6 persuasion, 1 access card, but looks like they're going to favor this reconnaissance here. For reconnaissance to Carthag, are they going to bother going into combat? No, they're going to look for Arakeen. Finds their firm grip. What a pickup. What a pickup. Just redrew and finds their firm grip. Can't get much better than that if you're a Helena player. Think you throw 2 in for sure. Try to bully someone out of combat, second place. Here's Ilban. Ilban's going to Carthag. And try to get second place here. Strong arms the pickup. They're going to have to be holding that for at least another turn. But that'll get them into the shipping spacing guild here, and possibly an alliance. So we shall see. Big question here is, does Sailor throw 3 troops in, or 1 troop, or what? So they're going to throw 3 in. They're going to throw 3 in. They do have the last play this turn, so they can win this combat. Now, that's kind of a big deal. Let's see what Lannister's play is here. Pick up the 6 spice. Pay 1. Move up. Pass the turn. Is that what we're doing? Looks like. Looks like. Interesting. We didn't have the water to go to hog a basin, so that makes sense. But next turn, there's a dispatch an envoy for the Baron. Dispatch throws a troop in. Doesn't want this combat going the way of Ilban. If he can help it, he's going to be at 12 strength at the end of this combat. At the beginning of this combat, excuse me. So Ilban could have, but doesn't have any blue icons or a way to get in there. So it doesn't really matter. Ilban's just going to settle with second place. They might want to do something. He's going to throw an extra in. Okay, elessar's just making sure. Making damn well sure that Sailor's not going to get in the way. Q32 is going to use firm grip, and everyone's going to be groaning a little bit inside as the track climbing begins. And Helena starts to climb out of 4th place into 1st. Now, here's a big question for Ilban. What does Ilban do sitting on 1 water, 4 buy? It's a big decision here. I might even consider just opening or revealing here. There's not a lot you can do unless you're going to get spice, which could be the play. Looks like it's going to be. Will he be throwing 2 more troops in? I don't think that's a good play. He's going to decline. The only thing he has to worry about is maybe if Helena had both their daggers in hand, but what are the odds of that happening? Hundro taking the turn off. Gets the second voice. Second voice for Hundro. Shipping is going to happen here in a little bit. And the Baron's probably not going to pick anything up unless it's a Arrakis liaison, and indeed it will be. There's nothing else here. They don't want this mission area. They don't have anything else to buy. So, Test of Humanity for Q32. Oh, and the mission area. Okay, so somebody bit on the mission area, so that's good. Like to see that. Lots and lots of track climbing potential here for Helena. Ilban looking a little bit dicey. Might want to pick up this Ix Guild Compact. That could help them get back in this game with some of this tech. So that's the biggest problem right now. indeed will go for the X-Guild Compact. This card is pretty strong. It's deceptively strong. I think it has a high skill ceiling. You really do have to find a way to discard it or just reveal and find the right way to use it to get that Dreadnought in, because it's pretty strong if you get the Dreadnought in. Sailor's going to pass. Looks like the Baron's going to win this combat. And we are going to go to round number 3. Pretty exciting game already. We've got a double voice pickup, a firm grip, a bunch of shenanigans for elessar. Sailor with a pretty good, interesting pickup and a lot of spice. So if it doesn't come back around to Hundro, it's this these 6-cost techs are probably going to be gone. It's Baron. Baron's got a good couple options here. Sitting on a Spice Trader's Signet Ring and a lot of persuasion, so they might be just be looking for some extra spice here. Baron to, you know, the Great Flat doesn't look the most appealing. But, I mean, actually it does. If you go with the Spice Trader, you could also just go with the Signet Ring here. I don't know what's going on here. He's going to dispatch. He's dispatching with the Signet Ring. Interesting. What's going on here? Is thinking just going a fold space? Is this just fold space? That's interesting. Okay. 4 points for elessar already. Already streaming ahead. Picks up Chome shares. That's not too shabby. Already the Baron looking to kind of run away with this if they're not careful. Everyone else sitting at 1 point. Though it probably won't be the same after this round. Baron does not have any troops at the moment, though they are looking to inherit a ton of water. Sorry, a ton of spice with this water. What's Helena going to do here? Helena has combat potential, has Signet Ring and Diplomacy, so the Diplomacy probably going to hit up, what, Hardy? Hardy Warriors? Got to win this combat? It's interesting. Not sure I know what I'd do here in this game. I'd probably go Hardy. Just going to go Wealth. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So it takes the point that they're probably going to get anyway, instead of the point that they can't get elsewhere with this combat. So maybe they're just hoping to get it next time with this double dagger situation. And Ilban, Ilban's going to want to throw 3 troops in here. Has reconnaissance to do so. Could potentially just win this combat by going Hugabase and Highliner, which looks like is what they're going to do here. Oh no, never mind. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's the only symbol they had that was green. The only triangle they, or sorry, hexagon. Hexagon? Pentagon. Is it a pentagon? It is a pentagon. All right. It's going to go up with the Spacing Guild and gets into Interstellar, which is good. Picks up this shuttle fleet. So it's going to get... Wow, okay, so pretty good. Let's flip this. Spaceport is coming up next. Shuttle fleet is going to be good for Ilban, of course. The extra Solari is pretty massive. Here's a bump for Hundro. Also putting him into spacing. So everyone except for Helena is now in with the guild. And suddenly the points are starting to clamp down on the Baron. Players are starting to close the gap a little bit. And here is a voice on Interstellar. Now that's a massive play. That's a massive, massive play. I'm going to try to make this a little bigger so people could see it. A little bit bigger. There we go. All right, the voice on Interstellar is going to keep Hundro in the game. What does the Baron do? Just go get some spice, I'd imagine. This Great Flat equals 7 spice for the Baron. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. Put some pressure on the other folks here. Discarding reconnaissance. Okay. Might be looking for that Gunthopter, that Fremen camp, or even the Smuggler's Thopter. A lot of good options for the Baron. They have a Fremen. They can't quite get the worm, but they would like that, I'm sure. Lots of combat potential in the row. What's Helena going to do? Helena's going to ring and is going to pull something out. But the big question is, what's she going to pull out of the row here? None of these things are that... Ooh, okay. I like this. Mentat. Mentat first. Seek allies. Okay. That finds selective breeding. That's nice. You still need some more persuasion, but can get there now. Now selective breeding is kind of insane. And what do we got for Ilban? Ilban is looking at... I thought they were going to go get some spice and then just throw this X guild into the combat with a dreadnought. I mean, that's... No one's in combat yet. We're on the last agent of every player in this combat, and nobody wants this point. There's a Liet Kynes. Oh, massive, massive pull. The Baron would love that. Helena has the potential with this deck. Hundro probably not so much. Ilban, not so much. Oh, that is interesting. What does Sailor do now? They really want to get into this combat. And they can definitely do it with the Hardy Warriors. Do they just throw Hardy? It's not bad. It's not too bad. The only other place you can go is like secrets. You could throw into Carthag, but then you risk... well, I guess Hundro couldn't quite get there. He's got no water, so... Can't quite get to Hardy Warriors, so Max is going to throw in his 3. That is interesting. Oh, I guess yeah, he could always go to Highliner, so that's not really ideal. He is gonna go to Still Suits. Okay, so Still Suits for Ilban is going to put him in the running for the next cycle of spice, I suppose, or possibly just for a good old-fashioned research station. Interesting choice. Is this a Highliner? It is a Highliner. So Highliner for Hundro. Hundro's not screwing around anymore. It's going to throw a ton of troops in here. I don't think they're going to be contested much. This is looking very good for Hundro. Catching back up to the Baron. Ilban at 3 points as well. Let's see what the Baron picks up here with their 4 persuasion. Now they have 3 options. Well, technically 4 if you include the Arrakis Liaison, but they could pick up this Gunthopter if they want to go combat, or another combat option in Fremen Camp, or a Smuggler's Thopter. They're going to pick up this Smuggler's Thopter. They're going for the persuasion at the end of the game. There's also a Sayadina that just showed up because, you know, what's a game without Sayadina? So here's Helena. So Helena now looking at a selective, I think. No. Helena says, to hell with that. I'm getting a Poison Snooper randomly off the top of the deck, which might, probably won't, nah, isn't going to find you enough persuasion. There's absolutely no reason to bother. Interesting. Okay. So Elban is just going to reveal, get some Arrakis liaisons. Hundro not buying anything. Helena not buying anything. Everyone's pretty happy with their decks right now anyway. I think they'd like this pretty powerful stuff. We're going to have a pass from Green, pass from Sailor, pass from Lannister. elessar's not in it, and Q32 is not in it. That's going to go to Lannister for round number 3. This is round number 4. And it is, of course, Cloak and Dagger. I love this one. It's great combat. Action is on Helena. Helena's got her firm grip, so that's going to happen. There's really no reason it wouldn't. That's what you have that card for. Better use it. The question is, where's she going to go up besides the Emperor? The answer is Spacing Guild, of course. Everyone wants to be in with the guild, and now everyone is in with the guild. Ilban's got a couple of interesting options. They can wealth this with this signet ring and then go get their Swordmaster. Or they could just use interstellar shipping right now. That also works too. Interesting. It's going to go up and down. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, Ilban just getting a bunch of Solari is going to go hog wild on this economy right now. Dune Desert Planet for 100 is just small little shipping. I'm going to see a signet ring from him later on. And Harkonnen is, what are they doing? They're probably going to hit this Highlander here this turn, I'd imagine. We're going to see a dagger. Dagger to Mentat. No, dagger to tech negotiation. Oh, they're going to pick up the Holtzman engine. All right, that makes a lot of sense. Picking up the Holtzman engine, one of the most powerful techs in the game. We'll have 2 left over. 2 spice, that is, and there's a new haulage projectors for everyone to take a look at and oogle. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, especially if you're going for Spice Must Flow. Helena looks like they're going to get in this combat. Or maybe they're going to draw a bunch of cards, which wouldn't be terrible. I think their economies are really a little bit too slow right now. They're looking to hit a 5, probably, for this Liet. They're going to get there. They're going to get there. Unfortunately, just a little bit too slow to, or a little bit too, I don't know how to say it, behind in economy, money-wise, but doing fine. Everyone's going to be bottlenecked through round 6, though. Around round 4, there's 2 more before the first level 3s. Mentat for Ilban, of course. Now we finally start seeing it happen. That makes a lot of sense. This is a really good turn for Ilban. We'll see if they can get the Spice Must Flow after all of this shenanigans. There go some combat cards. There are some combat troops. And we got an ambush in Hunter's hand. So that's a thing. It's looking good for Hundra. Looking good for Baron. Helena, pretty good. Oban, pretty good. Of course, we know all this stuff, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to pick up this Liet Kynes. Very good pickup for the Baron. That might be a game-winning point right there. Liet Kynes with a bunch of Fremen already in the deck. Never feel bad when you pick up some Fremen and have Liet, of course. Needs to start culling their deck a little bit. It's a bit bloated. Helena gonna reveal for 6. And the big question is, what are they picking up? Sayadina is a little bit resource intensive. Maybe that's what you pick up. Yes, it is. Might have wanted that power play, but picks up a Gene Manipulation instead. Gene Manipulation is a very, very good, and the Sayadina. Good combo. If you can get it to work. It has some other Bene Gesserits, so will likely get paid off here eventually. Now, Illiban's last turn, what are they going to do? They want to go get their Swordmaster. They could win this combat, and they probably should try to. Swordmaster draws another Dune. 6 for the Richies. There's a Thopter. Helicopter Joe. Good old Helicopter Joe. Signature Lannister card. And, oh, look at this. Lady Jessica's now in the row. That might be good enough for Ilban. That might be good enough. This row. Treachery, power play. Jessica. These are tier 1 cards. Everyone would be happy with these. Play goes to elessar. Oh no, elessar already revealed. Oh, he revealed with 1 agent left. Now it's up to Ilban only. So Ilban's got to decide what he wants to do here. Doesn't have any troops. I don't think he has any way of ending this combat, so just probably going to what? Get this, you get Hardy Warriors, lose a troop, get the Alliance. Seems like a bit of like spinning of the wheels. You could do that though. Could challenge Spacing Guild. You could, yeah. I don't know. That seems like the only thing I do. I think the Hardy Warriors play is the best here, because you'll also get an intrigue card out of it from going, throwing that troop in. But we'll see what they do. You could always just get, well, see, if you don't go Hardy Warriors, you don't get the troop to use the strong arm to get the Alliance, which is the trick. And we'll see what their play is. There aren't a whole lot of options. There's Fold Space, there's Secrets, Hardy, and Still Suits. Those 4 are open. Only one of them gets you an Alliance. I don't like it either. I think he's probably thinking this is not a great play. Okay, he's going to go Secrets. He's going to keep the strong arm for later. I like it. Oh, Siege Tabor. Whoa. Draws a card from Fold Space. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Has enough for Jessica. Is gonna buy it. Here's Jesse. Alright. Kind of insane. There's a Piter. Alright, this row. This row's great. I don't know what's going to happen here. Everyone's got good cards. Everyone has a strategy. Everyone has an end game. We'll just see whose end game is better. This goes up with the Fremen. All right, Lannister's going to win the combat with 1 strength extra. Draws a private army and a Water of Life. Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'd be pretty scared. It's too bad no one knows to be scared. There's a private army in Ilban's hand as well. And we've got round number 5, right? Yeah, round number 5. Sort through the chaos, and sort through it we will, with the help of our friends here. Count Ilban is going to ship. That makes sense. I'm really surprised we haven't seen. Maybe it's just the symbols just haven't lined up for Ilban. Really doesn't want to be using this to do that. I might have actually just gone and mentatted here instead, but favors that interstellar shipping over a mentat. Fascinating. Now this Dune here. I mean, there's 4 spice, 4 spice, or 3 spice. Those are your options. Alternatively, you could also ship. Or you can get spice and then ship. That works too. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be 3 spice. So really, really, really strong turn for Andro. Oh, he's going to go for more spice. All right, setting up for round number 7. Water of Life now. I'm going to try to draw something that they can use. Draws Convincing, Gunthopter, and Signet Ring. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's insane. That's really, really strong. I think there's no way that Hunter doesn't win this combat unless something weird happens. Elena's got... Well, we're on Baron. Baron's got lots of potential. Baron's got the Spice Trader. Needs to get some Solari here, so would like to ship. Hasn't had a great time doing so. Can do it now. Probably will. And just take or go up. And do you go up? You might not get a chance to ship. I might just like take the Solari now. This is a kind of an important choice. If they go up and they never get shipping for the rest of the game, which is possible. Maybe it's not super likely, but it's possible. Yeah, then they might have some trouble. They might not be able to cash in this Chome shares, but I don't see that happening. Baron still in the lead with 5 points. Nippon at his heels is the Viscount. And Helena, of course, is close by with Ilban, both sitting at 3 points. Everyone is close. Here's a Mentat for Helena. Finds a dagger. It's not really great. It's going to reserve Treachery. Oh, Shifting Allegiances comes up. That's got to be just, oof, a bit of a blow. Now what does Ilban do? Ilban could probably go hit that High Council now. Wouldn't feel too bad about it. Really needs some spice, though. Probably eyeing up this Great Flat for 4 spice. Oh no, can't even get there. What do they do? They're probably looking for, what, a strong arm play this turn? Yeah, probably. Could just go get this alliance here with the Fremen. That's not too bad either. Ilban would not hate to win this through the chaos. They wouldn't like anyone else to get it, because obviously the Mentat is something they want, and when the Mentat's gone, it's pretty bad. It's one of those combats that really somewhat pokes the side of Ilban, if you know what I mean. It's just like really terrible for them. They don't really want to have this next round be at a deficiency. You're going to have no way of getting Mentat to draw 2 extra cards, which is what you want to do, especially with the shuttle fleet. So this is a difficult choice. Difficult choice for Sailor. We'll see what they do. They have access to blue-green. They have access to all of the factions, but no desert symbols, none whatsoever, which is probably what they'd really love right now. Good research station. Research station might look pretty juicy right now. Yeah. I mean, don't show those cards. People know. I think I'd probably research station first, but oh, what is this? Oh, he sees an interesting play here. All right, we got a Holo Projectors, which is going to combo with this Ix Guild Compact for even more tech. Hoping maybe to see a tech negotiator, or sorry, the Ixian Engineer is what I'm trying to say, show up later on for some extra late game VP, which might happen. Spy Satellites. Spy Satellites is 3 points for Hundro, and he is going to get it probably. Can he get it now? Cannot get it right now, as he technically could get it. He cashes in this machine culture. I can't imagine he wouldn't do it right now. It's worth 3 points. Throw your troops in because you went to a desert space. And then he looks like he's not interested in it. He's not that interested in it. He's just going to threaten. He's just going to threaten Highliner again. Okay, I like it. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, you were vastly ahead in combat. You were vastly ahead in terms of economy. You just need to make sure that you don't get blocked on Swordmaster and things like that. Here's a still suits from Helena. Gets her 4th point. Helena at 4. Ilban is going to cycle this Ix Guild Compact with Hall Projectors, going to put 2 negotiators down. And now what is their play? No desert symbols. I'm sure that's what they were looking for. That's probably unfortunate. This has got to be a still suits, or not still suits, a hardy then. You got to do the hardy play now. Yeah, you got to go hardy. Throw them both in. Oh, if you only throw one and you tip your hand. If you only throw one and you tell your opponent, I don't have any daggers, but I'm not going to fight for it. I just want second place. Of course, Baron could have something to say about that. So could Helena. Interesting. Interesting. Reveal for Moritani. Four extra swords with the Gunthopter and the dagger. He's going to pick up a power play. Pretty strong. It's a good deck. It's a good deck for Hundro. elessar is going to colder deck a little bit. Get one step closer to a point. Get rid of this dagger, or do you get rid of the dune? It's a good question. He's going to draw and see what he sees. Get rid of the dagger. Draw two more cards. Sees the second dagger. Not ideal. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Persuasion. Needs to find some spice must flows. Oh, Helena just says, I'm going to go here and get a point and another point. Because I have Sayadina. And Sayadina is a good one. Recruitment mission was the pickup. Recruitment mission on letting them get an extra persuasion during reveal. And of course, you put the card you get on top that round of your deck. 4 persuasion, pardon me, for Ilban. Ilban is going to get this shifting allegiances. I can't imagine they wouldn't do this, but maybe they know something I don't. They will, indeed. Revealing a Siege Reverend Mother. Wow. This is a great round. Really strong. Big reveal of 7 for the Baron is going to come up a little bit short. Probably want to get this Piter. If you're going to go Spice Must Flow, I guess you could. You have lots of Fremen. Siege Reverend Mother is basically the same thing. Could get that and the BG Initiate, maybe. Reveals the Sadakar Infantry. That's not going anywhere. There's just going to be another Arrakis Liaison. Just wants the points with Liet. Holtzman Liet combo. Almost, but not completely assured thing for the extra point. Sailor passes. Lannister is going to pass, and that is going to do it. Advanced weaponry for Lannister. Jeez. Combat. And the extra agent this round. Well. There's a Liet Kynes for Baron, so lots and lots of buy power. Again, they're going to need to get some more Solari somehow. I'm not sure how they're going to do that. They used their last Solari for the Swordmaster, which isn't a bad play. Of course, you want your Swordmaster in some ways. If you are interested in combat-related strategies, go check out Orski's new How to Play Romber video that is featuring Lannister and telling you exactly how to play Romber. If you want to learn that character, it's a great way to do that. It also applies for Hundro. There's a lot of similarities between Hundro and Romber in some ways. Here is an advanced weaponry, which is going to get immediately, no, not immediately, pardon me, almost immediately thrown right into the combat, but we'll see that next round, next action. Here's a Smuggler's Thopter. It's a smuggle, of course. And a very big turn for Helena. Very big turn for Helena. Oh, wow. There are a couple problems with this hand, though. There's no Solari in sight. Here's a Test of Humanity to draw more cards. Draws into convincing dagger. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 6. Almost enough for a Spice Mist Flow. We'll have enough. We'll have enough, probably. Actually, maybe not. It's kind of questionable what they're going to do with that. We shall see. Moved up a little bit too much. I am sorry. Ilban is going to go get a Dreadnought. Why not? That's what you do. And you use this to go pick up this Spy Satellites, which is worth a cool 2 points for you. Sure you do. Now we have to keep in mind that Ilban now has 6 points and is in the lead with Helena. They have 2 extra points at the moment. It's getting close. Hundro is now going to go get Swordmaster. Decided that this is the time. That's another thing you'll learn if you watch the Orski video with Lannister, is that if you're going combat, you don't need your Swordmaster before round 6. I think that's a very, very wise thing to consider if you're playing combat. You need to count your Solari very carefully. We'll see how this machine culture comes into play. It's interesting. It's been kept the whole game. And there is a training drones in the row, which could be a big deal. Here's a point for the Baron. Baron goes up to 6. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Sleeper Must Awaken and Chome Shares. Wow. Buy me a lottery ticket there, elessar. Jesus. Well, we'll see if this comes to fruition. It's not easy to get enough to do both of those, especially in possibly one more round. We'll see. Okay, here's a Carthag. Carthag is going to get Helena. So there's a bypass protocol. Okay, more ways to get persuasion. I was thinking about using it now. I think is going to. There's a Piter. The Piter's going to go on top of the deck, I imagine. Acquire that card. That goes on top. Yep. Is going to reveal for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 persuasion. Helena's going to reveal for 9. Get up to 7 points. Sorry, 8 points. Pardon me. It's a very good turn for Helena. Something to note, Helena does not have their Swordmaster. Might not even need it this game. And now Ilban is sitting at 6 points. Needs to find a way. Needs to find a way to get into this combat. And they're going to do it with their ring. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. They're going for Jessica. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7, 8. That's not enough. But they could get. They have their holo projectors. They could do it. They still could do it. 9 would be a big deal. Interesting. It's just a still suits for Lannister. And we're going over to the Baron. And Baron has to now decide. They have enough for a Spice Mist Flow easily. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15? They have 15, is that right? No, 2, 6, 10, 12, 13. 13. They have 13. I can count. But that, yeah, so we've got, you can definitely lose 1 and you'll be good. Okay, so here's a Arrakis Liaison. Just going to go to Erkin probably. Maybe to Siege. Siege Tabor looks better. Siege Tabor looks better to me. When you're down on your water, don't be down on luck. Just get your water. I don't think you bother throwing it in here. It's not worth a spice. And then what? Helena reveals, buys a spice, goes to 8. Everyone else starts to quiver. This is going to be a close one. A very close game. If Lannister wins this combat, which, well, we know could go that way. It's going to be massive. What does Ilban do here? Does Ilban get involved? Does Ilban get involved, or do they go and just draw 5 cards with Jessica at the research station? I think that's what they're going to do. So here is a Spice Must Flow for good old Helena Ritchie's. One dagger. We know that's not going to last very long, but it's nice. Here's a Dune Desert Planet for Ilban, which is oh, he's not going to go draw a bunch of cards. He's going to go get Spice. Does he think he's going to win this combat? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I think Ilban's going to have to find... Do they have enough combat? They don't have enough combat. Oh, they will tie. Oh, no, they won't. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. There are going to be a lot of broken hearts here this round, that's for sure. And there's no reason that you even need to voice anything. No one has any... Well, you might as well in case someone has like a recall or whatever. Sure. You never know. All right, so we're going to combat after this Baron reveals and gets a Spice Must Flow, goes up to 7. At the end of round 5, we're going to have most likely... Oh, here goes a War Machine. Or, sorry, not War Machine. Machine Culture. Whoa, that's too many things. Picks up a training drones, reveals a mnemonic film, is going to use it right away and throw another troop in just to guarantee this combat, I imagine. Seeing Ilban with 3 combat cards is going to be a little bit scary. So I'm going to throw one in. There's a Spice Must Flow for the Baron. Reveal for 7 persuasion. Now, I think you just use your holo projectors. What are the... Use your holo projectors before you reveal here, Ilban. Otherwise, you're going to be real sad. Come on. You just get a 2 persuasion card, and you get another you get a Spice Must Flow. That's all you need. Let's go. There's no other plays. Just use it. Come on, do it. Well, he's thinking about something. I'm not sure what, but he's got to use... He's thinking about what he's discarding? I mean, you're going to be... He's discarding the convincing argument? Oh, he wouldn't have got there anyway. It's a Dune. It's a Dune. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's looking for more combat, looks like. Well, it's going to be an expensive fight for both players with all their combat cards. The ones that cost Solar or Spice are definitely hard to come by. No buys for Hundrew. Going to combat. First act is Moritani, who's going to play his ambush. That's going to be met with the private army, and then the other private army. And this is going to be very, very, very unfortunate for both players. Okay. Red's going to pass. Here goes Ilban with the private army. And this is just a bummer. Yep, he shows the private army. You don't really want to be using this for a one-pointer. That's the problem. But I think you have to do it. Yep. And that is going to do it for this round. This point's going to go to Hundro. Ilban would have loved that point. Can I pick up the staged incident? Staged incident for Ilban. All the good cards. All the point cards. Anybody's game. And it is Battle for Carthage, of course. 2-point combat. And of course, Hundro has all of the combat spaces. So Carthage, Erkine, and Imperial Basin are all owned by Hundro. So this is a free troop. That feels pretty good. First act is the Baron. Baron with a very good hand. They're going to need to navigate this well because they've got a very limited access in terms of their factions. So they have Fremen and BG, but what are they going to do about that? Let's see. Spectator. So yeah, I think the Baron's gonna probably ship here. I mean, I don't see what else they're gonna do. Shipping, it's gonna get them all the things they need, really. So shipping, then they need to get water, and then they need to get spice. That's what they need to do this round. There we go. Isn't that neat? You can move this around. This is like high tech. All right, our combats this round. Just keep in mind, Ilban still has 2 points. Ilban is not at 4, they're at 6. It's not out of it yet, but not out of the woods either. Helena with a pretty good hand here, but no water to speak of. So is this going to be a harvest for the Baron, or is it going to be smuggling or interstellar? Looks like smuggling. What? Why? Oh, for the extra Solari? What? Oh, he needs one for his ring. I see. I see. Oh, he needs the exact 7. Oh, I see. He can only do it this way. I thought there was one more he would get. Infiltrate, Secret Forces for Helena. Q32 with a bit of a problem there, but it's sitting at 9 points right now with this alliance. Doesn't quite have it. Does they have enough? It's going to play recruitment mission as an infiltrate. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how that ends. It might end this round. Ilban is going to ship, of course. Why not? Troop transports show up. Now, what is Hundro going to do about that? Because Ilban is coming for their alliance. They're coming for this alliance real hard. This might be... Oh man, this might be Ilban's round. It's going to be pretty sketchy. You got to... Okay, here's a dagger for what? Mentat. Finds a power play. That's massive, massive. That's a point. It's a point in hand. That's a point in hand. They have 3 extra actions. Wow. Okay. Has to find a way out of this turn, winning the points, and an alliance. Or at least just a friendship. That would also work. And what's the Baron got? Baron has Signet Ring somewhere, but Signet Ring isn't even that good. Here's a Spice Must Flow. That's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to play this now. Go up to 9. Has 10 points at endgame with the Holtzman engine. Has 10 points. Sitting on 9, but has 10. Oh my. Baron and Helena neck and neck. Can Helena find the last point? Might not even want to. It's 7. It's not quite what they wanted, but this might do it. No one else can get in there. This might do it. Okay, here's the Hall projectors to draw into another dagger. Oh no, Ilban, what happened? High Council, that's what you do. That's still 8. Oh no, you'll draw 1 card. It's still High Council here as Ilban. I don't know what else is going to happen. That's a point for Ilban. Puts him up to 7. 5 plus 2. Needs to get through this turn without it ending. If the game ends, Ilban is last place. Oof. Does have a way. Does have a way. Could also get to 8. Does have a way. But that's tricky, man. That's they're wishing that Arakeen was open for sure. What a bunch of really, really bad draws for Ilban. This hand has been not cooperating. Hundro is going to just block people out. They're going to get a lot of spice here. This is just going to be a massive spice round. Spice, spice, baby, win the point. Gotta win it. Seems right. The question is, if you're Hundro, do you block Highliner? It's going to be the question. If this game goes one more round, it favors the combat players. If it ends here, it probably is going to favor Baron. Although you never know, it might go to tiebreakers. Both Baron and Helena are sitting at 1 spice apiece. Helena's got some troops in combat, so that probably won't hold. Here is High Council. What? Finds Jessica. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 points. Oh, that's 9 persuasion. That's a point. That's a point. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that to happen. Maybe they were looking to draw with the spaceport. I have no idea. I have no idea. Here's Carthag. Carthag finds a call. That's not super great. Guess you probably don't want to use that, though. Here's another troop. Blocks Highliner. What a block. What a block. Doesn't even it doesn't technically matter. Ilban can't get there, but I mean it looks like it matters, right? It looks like it's a good play because from the perspective of all the other players and even from Lannister, you know there's 6 spice out there. You can't let him go there. You can't let him try to win your alliance. And we're going to see a Hardy Warriors from Lannister here. 100%. has he has two actions left. What's he gonna do with them all? He'll get a water back. Yeah, so I guess he can go get 3 more spice if that's what he wants. And here's the question: what is Ilban gonna do? What is Ilban gonna do? Because there's not a lot of great choices right now. Okay, he's playing Jessica, going to... What's this for? Is he going... What is... He's going to Siege? Oh my. This might actually work. Doesn't find any combat. Isn't going to be able to trigger this staged yet. Oh my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 persuasion. Not enough for Ilban. Would have really, really liked to keep that in hand, but he needs to draw. He drew his 2. Yeah, okay, you need to draw. Yeah. Here's a power play. To wealth? No. Oh, nice. Okay, so we have power play to see selective breeding for Hundro. It's going to put them up to even with Helena, which is a big deal. Big deal. Let's see what they find with this. Find a Bindu suspension and a Gunthopter. Oh, those are good cards. Those are good cards. Pretty close here. Helena does have 8 persuasion currently. They have 9. They're going to end the game. Oh no, I just saw it. They have 9. They have 9. The game is going to end. What's the Baron's already revealed. That's it. Baron's out. Baron's going to stick at 9. Helena's got 10. Spice must flow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gets it. Ooh, when did he get that? He must have got that last round. I must have missed it. Here is a signet ring. 2. It's Imperial Basin. We're going to go down. We're going to get spice. We're going to get some troops. We're going to go get this alliance. Are we going to win the game? We are going to win the game. Oh my god. And the full-on Helicopter Joe snipe at the end. Wow. I am floored. Wow. Wow. That came off. Holy moly. Is that it? That was insane, unfortunately. That is going to do it. Lannister's going to take this down, and I think that puts him number 1 in Group B. Having won 2 out of his 3 games, I think. Not much going on there, but this is going to put it up to 10. He's going to win on tiebreakers. It's going to be a tiebreaker. And that is going to be the end of the game. Thank you all for watching. Let's go talk to everyone and say hi and see how everything went for them. That was a pretty insane game. Hello,
Well
hello.
played, Lannister.
What?
Well played.
What
Well
a
played.
what a slow play. Just go to here. The game is over. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
You have
Oh,
access right here.
I had
Oh,
to,
you
I,
drew
he just
access
drew
with
it.
Jessica.
I had to find my way, man. I had to find my way. That was a rough match.
Wow. Sleeper and Chome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard. Getting
I was
both
like,
of
is there any way I can get all 3 points in this final round? And it was not happening. I mean, with the voice floating around out there and then the discarding, I was like, I can't chance it.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Man. That seemed like a really great hand too. Like I couldn't think of any other way to play it.
Like, I would have, if I felt more comfortable, done this and then this because no one else had 2 water.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know
this
what I
guy.
could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that guy.
The thing I loved about this game was everybody had power cards. Like
Everybody.
everybody had power cards.
It was insane. I love it.
Yeah.
I love games like this. Everyone gets good stuff. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
What was the final intrigue here?
Huh. The best one of them all. Pull about. Go ahead.
Oh, we weren't supposed to do that. Oh, nice.
Did you draw your intrigue, Siler? You took second place.
No.
Don't forget your resources too.
Yep,
for
get
the,
your resources. Make sure
endgame
that.
stats.
I'll let you guys submit the game.
Can someone who knows how to submit, please?
I will try.
There you go.
This game was so rough.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, I was gonna likely come last if I didn't win this fight here.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was getting back into it if I had a better hand, but yeah.
Yeah,
My
my
hand
hand.
Yeah,
was
we
so-
needed you to have access.
My hand was
I
pretty
know,
garbage
but
too.
when Lanny blocked my Mantat, I was devastated.
Yep. Yep. Oh man. Well, yeah. Thanks, guys. That was a really entertaining game, and thanks for letting me commentate.
No, thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks for joining.
Yeah, of
game.
course.
Good game, guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So is this also visible to all of you guys? Does
Yeah.
this look all correct?
It looks all correct.
Alright,
Looks
Take a
good.
screenshot. Submit.
Thanks a lot, LSR.
Yep.
Thank you all for watching. This has been a good one. Quite an entertaining game. If you're looking to get better at combat, this is a good one to look at as well. I think if you want to look at a really good Helena play, Q32's Helena was just so good. Just a little bit unlucky at the end with the intrigues. And Baron, just clockwork Baron, just gotta, again, sometimes it just comes down to intrigues, which intrigues work with your plan, which ones don't. Unfortunately, Elbon just wasn't able to use the staged incident, and that strong arm would have been nice, but just couldn't do it. That would have been a different game, I think, but that's the way it is. That's sometimes how the cookie crumbles. And anyway, I will see you next time. I'm CJ. Thanks for watching here on Hidden Assets. Take care.